Okay. Hey guys, so I am just going to share with you some of my takeaways from Summit. This summit was amazing, the way that they separated us into tracks for the training. So, um, I only have a portion of what some of the trainings are about, but first and foremost, I just want to say I think Summit is a non-negotiable because what I take away from Summit may be totally different what you take away from Summit. So I think if you can get there, I really think you need to get there for your business because it's just an experience, and I'm really loving how they separated these tracks this year. So it's pretty amazing, and I think the more people that are there and the more people that have different tracks, it's really great for us to share what we have taken away. So basically I'm going to go, like, the first couple slides are going to be the motivational stuff, the inspirational stuff, the speakers. And the first one was Melanie Mitro, and she basically talked about that you don't need all the answers, you don't need a specific rank, you don't need to have this fear that you need a certain number on your paycheck or a large amount of followers or someone else to lead you, that you need a big team. Everything is figure outable. You can find opportunity in every obstacle. It's an opportunity for you to learn and to teach your team. And you really need to motivate yourself. You need to find the drive within you and lead yourself. And then don't get complacent. Redefine yourself as often as you need to. Things in this company change, social media changes, everything is always changing, so you need to be open to also changing and kind of switching up the way you do things, or just having an open mindset to different ways. So you talk to people, you ask them questions, you find out what they need, and you give them solutions. You're not always just selling them a challenge group, because that might not be what they need. Some people may not need that community. They may have a lot of support. Some people may not need the nutrition or the workouts. It really just depends on who they are. And she talks a lot about not just selling one blanket solution. So one of the huge things that she talked about, and I think overall the whole kind of theme of Summit and a lot of the workshops, was getting over your fears and just making an impact. It didn't have to be Success Club points or how many challenge packs you sold, but how can you make an impact? How can you make an impact today? Get clear on what drives you, attach a meaning to those goals, and serve the people that are right in front of you. Whoever you have, whoever is following you right now, whoever is on your team right now. Now, of course, you are looking to grow and get more challengers and coaches, but if you're always focused on too much on what's ahead, you're forgetting on focusing what's right in front of you. So she said, lead with your heart and with integrity, and you will make an impact, and those followers will come and those coaches will come. But she made a great point, or a great illustration, how she said, a lot of us journal in the morning or say our affirmations and talk about our goals, but she said she makes it a habit before she goes to bed at night to ask herself, what was my impact score today? Who did I help? Who did I make laugh? Who did I find a solution for? Who did I give, whatever it may be, mom advice or anything simple, not necessarily just what Beachbody is recognizing, like Success Club and things like that. So just focus on how can you make an impact on the people right now, today, in front of you. Of course, Rachel Hollis was an awesome speaker, and again, her theme was really about getting over your fears. And I know, she has the books, Girl Stop Apologizing, and all of that, but she talked about two major fears that we have in this business, and it could be either that you are at the bottom and you don't know where to start, or you're kind of already at the top. You've already leveled up. You're doing great. Business is going great, and you know that just going a little bit higher is really hard to reach. But regardless of where you are, wherever wherever you're starting, you have to level up. You have to move forward, because what got you here, where you are right now, no matter what it is, will not get you there where you want to go. And one of the things she said was, if you can't handle the stress of where you are, you can't handle the stress of where you want to go. So you need to be honest with yourself and know that there are things that you probably need to learn to do better, and you need to take initiative to go figure that out. And that doesn't mean that it might not be something Beachbody related. Maybe you need to know how to do things on social media. Maybe you are struggling with having conversations, and it honestly is out there anywhere. You can Google it, you can reach out to your team. But she said, if being where you are right now is a lot of stress on you, and you feel like you don't know everything or you need to do better, then you probably do. And you need to take that opportunity and take that obstacle and overcome it and learn what you need to do better to level up to that next level. Then she talked about, a couple of the things that you can do to level up. Acknowledge everything that you do accomplish, no matter how big or small. Let go of what other people think about you, because what they think doesn't matter. What someone thinks of you isn't going to change what you do. So, you really have to let go of what you're worried about. Because if somebody sees what you're doing, or a post that you make, or something that you say, and they're offended, or they don't really like it, then they're not your people. And you need to learn to let that go. And then stop complaining that it's hard. This business is hard. This business takes a lot of work, and that's what you signed up for. You signed up to be a coach. You signed up to change lives and make an impact. And it's not easy. Making a commitment isn't easy. Health and fitness isn't easy. So this business is not easy. You don't just get to sit back and it happens. It is hard, and you need to work for it. So you have to decide, do you really want it, or do you just say you want it? And if you want it, you make a decision, you commit to it, you take action, you're going to succeed, and you just repeat. And everything that you learn, all the information that you're giving, it has no power until you apply it. So take an opportunity every single day to learn something new, to change the way you do things. Just switch it up a little bit and just take action. This girl, Jade Simmons, was amazing. Her presentation was more about visuals. She plays piano. She's a classical pianist, but one of the things she said is be the remix. That's my point number 3 here. But if you have the opportunity, or if you can find her, go look her up and listen to her and watch her play. She was amazing. She took classical music and she put a beat to it, and then she rapped to it. So her point was that sometimes we end up being the person we didn't set out to be. She wanted to be this famous, just classical pianist, but you end up being who you were meant to be. Maybe it wasn't who you thought you'd be or what your goal was, but it always ends up that you become who you're meant to be. And she talked about embracing endings, letting go of things that held you back, letting go of the old and embracing the new. Like I said, is, being able to reinvent yourself. So re-understand your purpose. Your purpose is not the thing you do. Your purpose is not Beachbody. Your purpose is not selling health and fitness. Your purpose is the things that happens in other people when you do what you do. I really loved that idea. And then, like I said, be the remix. We all are working for Beachbody. We all have health and fitness programs to sell and nutrition programs. So you start with something that's familiar, the thing that everybody else has, and you got to change it up a little bit. You got to change it up and make it exciting for people. And then embrace resurrection. Believe that there's parts of you that maybe you let go of before that might need to come back to life in order to reach your greatest heights. Sometimes you need to let things go, but maybe they need to come back, and maybe they were meant to be let go for a season in your life. And then set deadlines. Pick a date and just find the solution. Don't wait to get there, because you'll never get there. Just pick a date and say, I'm going to change the way I do things. I'm going to change my challenge group, and it's going to be changed by this date, and then you will find the solution. If you're looking for the solutions and you don't choose a date in advance, you may never make those changes because you're a little too scared. So just pick a date. Look at your calendar and pick a date, and whatever you decide that you want to change. You don't have to change everything all at once, but if there's something that really stands out to you, you think that you could do better, pick a date and find the solutions as you go. And you know, expect that it won't be perfect. It won't change to be the exact thing that you have in your mind the first time, but just go for it. And then most of my workshops were about building a team, growth in your team, and kind of like income and things like that. So I'm just gonna briefly go over a few of the things that I took away. I mean, I have a notebook filled with notes. There's so much information, and hopefully some of the things will be shared. Like, my workshops will be shared in the group, the Facebook group that I belong to. The basic workshops and things will be in our coach office, but I think the way they did it this year, the tracks are being shared in the private groups that you belong to based on your rank. So they are supposed to be sharing the PowerPoints and everything. Hopefully I can get those soon. All right, so sharing the business. If you look at your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever it is, and all you're ever sharing is fitness, how are you going to bring on business builders? So maybe you're not confident about sharing the business, or maybe you know, you don't have a huge team yet. That's okay. You just start sharing. You build confidence in yourself and in the people that are following you by sharing the business. If people are never seeing that you're doing anything related to coaching or mentoring, they may not even know or be willing to take a chance on you to join your business because you're not sharing it like you own it. So talk about coaching like you're talking to your grandma. Remember that non-Beachbody people that aren't us or don't know anything, they might know about the products, but they don't know our language. They don't know what things mean. They don't know what, you know, I don't know. They don't know what rank advancements are. They don't even know like what summit is. You know, I kept calling it my leadership conference because that's a more common language. So just be careful of what language you're sharing, and kind of read things back to yourself or replay them back to yourself and think, would someone that doesn't know anything about Beachbody connect or know what I'm talking about? Another thing was to change up the opportunities that you're giving as far as sneak peeks. So maybe you need to do like a 2-day sneak peek on Facebook with like 3 live videos a day, someone that needs a lot of information and they take a little bit of time making a decision. But then you also need to think about the people that are more impulsive, and maybe you just need to do a 1-hour Zoom so that when, like they're ready to go, they're going to sign up right now. If you put them in that 2-day group, those kinds of people, they might not even watch the videos because they don't have time for that. Share the coaching, do a sneak peek on Instagram or your Facebook Live, you know, make a short, you can do an IGTV, or kind of, I've considered, haven't done it yet. This is one of the things I kind of wrote on my list and I need to get over the fear, is just sharing about the business opportunity, maybe like over a couple days. Mention that you're going to do it and just do one little thing a day. Also team up with other coaches. So for an example, I'm not a mom. I don't have that piece on my plate. So I would team up with another one of my coaches who is a mom, so that maybe someone that is following me and is interested, and they might be thinking, well, she's not a mom, she doesn't know. I have this other coach that can speak to that, so that they can understand that we're from all walks of life and anybody can do it, but maybe they need to you know, relate to someone else. So team up with other coaches on your team, or maybe even just a success partner that's not on your team. When you're sharing, keep it fresh and exciting. So Don't just share, oh, I did my workout. Oh, I started a challenge group, or yay, I added a new coach. Really share inside of your business. So if you go live on your team page, like what I'm doing right now, you might just take a 15-second little screenshot of you talking and share that on your Instagram. Or maybe one of your coaches needed help learning how to use Canva, or some kind of other app. You would talk about that. Oh, I mentored my coach today on learning how to use Canva, because you want people to know that it's not just about, becoming a coach and you're kind of left to yourself. You want to show what's inside, that you're more than just you do more than just run challenge groups and things like that. You want to show what you're actually doing as a coach, the fun things, the mentorship and all of that, one-on-one calls or whatever it may be. And when you are talking to prospects about coaching, don't be an expert. Don't just word vomit all of this stuff about what is coaching and what you do and how you earn and all that stuff. Use the tools that we have. The back office is full of third-party tools, PDFs, videos. From what I'm understanding, I think we're getting new tools to be shared for coaching, so those will be up there. I'm not sure when. But even if you make your own videos, short videos, like what is coaching, or how do you earn, or just anything like that, make sure that you're kind of keeping it fresh and exciting when you're talking to people, so you're not sending paragraphs and paragraphs of what coaching is. I have like a little, I can share it actually in the group. I have like a coaching in a nutshell PDF. So that might be something you would send to someone after you've talked to. They can read it a little bit if they're interested in more. You can share a video. There's just tons of different ways, and not, making it all about just typing a bunch of stuff. Another suggestion they said was just commit 200. This kind of is fun. It could go right along with Morning Meltdown 100. And that have 20 conversations a day, 5 days a week, 100 people a week. And whether they're saying yes or no or not answering, every invite is still moving your business forward, because you're getting more confident. The more people you talk to, the more chances that they're going to say yes. So make sure you're having those conversations. And I know, like, this is a vital behavior. It's on our tracker, and I'm not even really going to go over the tracker, but you definitely need to be following the tracker every day and doing those vital behaviors. But make it a challenge, or make it a challenge with your team to do that and share that. Next. All right. So you don't find working coaches, you build them. Almost everyone says that their best coaches come from their challengers. So be specific about who you want to attract when you're attracting challengers, and know that some of those challengers are probably going to become your coaches. So don't just attract whoever and whatever. Be very specific and know what kind of people you want. And then when you have that person in your challenge group, you get that dream coach their results, because when you get results, you start sharing, and that's how it begins. You just share your story and you start growing your business. Lead with confidence and instill that confidence in them, in your coaches. One of the quotes they said was, a coach that isn't confident is the first coach to quit. Because why do most of us give up? Because we're not confident, we're scared. So just lead from the front, lead with confidence, and grow that confidence in your challengers, in your team, in your coaches, and build a team of confident people. You don't find people where you're at. So like where you are in your journey right now is probably your best self at this time. You're not going to find people there. You find them kind of where you came from, and you build them up to where you are. So you might not, I wouldn't say that you don't want to look for people where you are right now, because you're going to relate to them. But, just know that, and let them know that they don't have to be, at a certain place to become a coach, or they don't have to be at a certain place to join your team. You're going to help them get there. And you want to talk about that. You want to talk about where you came from so that they understand that you didn't just show up one day with all this confidence and leadership and being this happy, vibrant, bright self. You came from somewhere before that. So you want to share about that and talk about that. And then build relationships of trust that have high accountability. So you want to be checking in with your coaches, your challengers. That has to start from the beginning, that you grow this accountability with them. Ways to grow confidence in your coaches. I like this idea of the fast start challenge, where right away, first thing, even if they tell you that they're not sure they want to grow the business, have them list 15 people right away that they think might do well with the business, that might love Shakeology and might love fitness. And you start there, because if you show them that it's I don't want to say it's easy, but it's as simple as, listing some people and having conversations with them. And then with your coaches, make sure that you're leading, the leadership that you give is all personalized. You need to know what drives your coaches. What is your coach's love language? If you've never read the 5 love languages, that's a really good book, and you kind of can relate it to your coaches. But have mastermind calls with people that are runners and goal setting calls and get them ready to go and running. Maybe you need to just run structured power hours with people that really like one-on-one times or one-on-one mentorship. Go live and challenge each other. Create message threads of different challenges, or, talk about what you struggle with. Like, what's your frog? What are you afraid to do? Or what is the hardest thing for you to do? Maybe it's inviting, because that's what most people is. Challenge them. Tell them, I'm really struggling to invite today. Let's challenge each other and make 20 invites today and share when we're finished. Offer incentives based on if that's something that they love. If you are offering incentives to a person that is loves words of affirmation or loves one-on-one time, if gifts are not their love language, that may not motivate them. So you make sure you know this before you start helping them coach. Create roadmaps with them, graphics for visualization. Like if they want to be diamond, create that roadmap with them and put the people on their map when they add coaches, and send it back to them so they can see their goals. And make sure that everything you do as a coach is an opportunity for you to teach and for it to be duplicated by your coaches. So however you're leading, you want to make sure that it's something that your coaches can share, do, copy, and be able to run with it. And then this is something that is talked about all the time, and I know a lot of the times we have excuses and things like, I can't grow my team because I don't have a strong team, or I don't have an upline, or whatever it may be. And you are responsible for your own success. You first have to invite to the team. Know the reasons that people want to join. They either want to have a community, they need it to stay committed, they want extra savings, they want to earn an income, or hey, maybe they like more adventure and they want the trips and things like that. So you need to know what interests them about joining, so that that's the kind of conversations you can have with them and invite to that side of the business. The other way to grow your success is when you have coaches and you have a team, you need to teach the compensation plan in action. They need to know about volume. You need to know how much do they want to earn, and then you need to teach them how do they earn that? What do they need to do? What kind of action steps? Show them the path. If someone only wants to earn $500, their action steps are going to look a lot different than someone that wants to be, a six-figure earner. So need to know that about your coaches, and it's your responsibility to build that success. Celebrate the downline with them so they understand how the volume rose up. If someone adds a coach to the team that's, just gets placed under one of your coaches, take a screenshot of that, show them how the volume rolls up. Foster team growth. Have a vision for your team and articulate it to your team so they know where you want to go and how they can help you get there. A lot of the times, other coaches don't really understand how their actions impact the rest of the team. So you need to share that with them and create an environment, a team environment with recognition, trainings, working sessions, jump in and say, we're going to work together for an hour. Give them love, appreciation for everything that they do. Delegate tasks. Make them feel like they are part of your team and not your employee. And then, your own goals too. You need to decide, are you here to build your income, or are you here just for because you like coaching, whatever it is. But if you want to build an income, you need to build depth. So a suggestion was that you take the first 2 weeks of the month and focus hard and heavy on your goals, and you hit your goals in the first 2 weeks, and then in the second 2 weeks you're helping your coaches hit their goals. And ideally, you want star diamonds on your team. Diamonds build you rank, and star diamonds build you income. So you really want to grow your team deep. And once you hit that rank where you can open a second business center, which some of you may not really understand right now, you can open a second business center, and they call that basically like the honeypot. And that's how you grow your income. So these are my final and kind of just general takeaways that I wrote down, some quotes from the whole week. Accept that people quit, and it doesn't have anything to do with you. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? You just need to move on and find more people. Serve the people at your party right now. They came to you, they're following you for a reason, or they're on your team, or they're in your challenge group. So serve them. Don't forget about them while you're trying to grow. Find joy in the business right now, wherever you are. Don't wait until you arrive at where you want to go, because you'll never get there if you're not enjoying the time right now. Don't wait for support from others. It's great. It's fantastic if you have it, but it's not required for success. Take immediate action. Whatever it is, something, anything, don't just sit around and wait. And then, just tell your story. People follow someone who is going somewhere. They don't want to follow the person that has already arrived, because most of the time they can't relate. They want to see where you're going. They want to see point A to point B, not just your end result. So don't be afraid to share whatever it is, ups, downs, all in betweens. Celebrate everything. Believe in yourself. Your success is 100% dependent on your belief in yourself. And your joy is going to create the confidence. Just decide that failure is not an option, that you're just going to take action, you're going to set yourself up, and you're going to go for it. See your success before you have success. See your vision, see your dream, and act like and know what you have to do to get there. Show up, calm, confident, and with purpose. Get excited and show up to the business like you are the boss, like you are the CEO. Share that so that people can see your confidence in being a boss, a CEO of your own business. So I'm going to stop my share, and really that's about it. There's, like I said, there was so much information, and I hope that we're able to grab a hold of it and share all the slides and everything once they get loaded into the team page or the back office. But those are my takeaways, and like I said, I think you just need to be there. So be there next year.
I love that. You need to be there. If you don't have a ticket, get a ticket, y'all. It's so huge.
I cannot even, like, this is so full. I'm
so jealous that I missed it.
And like I said, the tracks this year, that was the best thing they ever did. I'm glad I experienced last year and this year, because there were moments last year when I was like, I don't want to be in this room, and this year I was like to the last second writing every single thing down. There was not a time that I felt it wasn't for me or it didn't apply to me. So
did the lady you mentioned, was she a guest speaker?
Yeah, she was the Jade Simmons.
Okay.
She was like our final like motivational person.
Okay. I'm going to look her up.
Yeah, she was amazing. I mean, her talent just in general was amazing, but you know, she related it so much to us. It was really neat.
Was she a surprise addition? Because I didn't see them list.
Yeah, I think so, because when they announced her, we had no idea. They were
Okay.
like, they said that they had something special for us. So
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. You are so awesome.
I'll share the slides for this too. But I mean, there's so much. I could probably do a couple trainings.
Well, and also like everybody really needs to, you can go in the Coach Online office. They have a summit recap. There's so many new products coming out, the new launch in France. Like you can go and look that up yourself.
Yeah, I didn't even add any of that on.
Yeah, like the biggest news right now is if you are not doing MM100, do MM100. This is like the easiest way to have something to post about, start documenting your journey, share with others something fresh, you know, like everybody's done the 21-day fix, you guys.
Yep. And these are, I mean,
opportunity.
Unique workouts. You're going to have 100 opportunities to share something. Right. And that's one of the things they said, like, if you're struggling, get back to the basics.
Yeah.
Commit to your journey. Use the tracker. Follow a nutrition program. Set your goals. And, you know, just do something.
Yeah.
So.
And she's really, she's hard not to love. She's just
I know.
She's so cute. And I'm loving her outfits. I'm so jealous. Like she'll wear all these cute little.
She said she got all of them on like an online thrift store.
I don't know if I believe that, but whatever. All right, girl. Thank you so much.
Her leopard pants with the blue.
Today at the lower body. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that today. It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.